Let me set the scene for you. Back in January, a woman turns 29. She's an Aquarius. No, not me, somebody else. Yeah. One day, she realizes she doesn't feel fulfilled. She likes her job, but can she see herself doing this for the rest of her life? And then the panic sets in. She's been doing this for most of her 20s, and she's going to be 30 next year. How is it that she's just now realizing this? That would mean that she's wasted her 20s away, and she absolutely cannot waste her 30s. She has to change now. But how can she start a new career now? That's absolutely ridiculous. What would she even do? She hasn't thought about doing anything else since she started this career years ago. Now, I don't know who she was just talking about. Couldn't have been me, but if that sounds like you, welcome to the literally everybody that's ever turned 29 club. I'm not that big of a networker, but I've had conversations with family and friends and just people that I work with recently, and everyone around my age is all having the same crisis. Everybody at 29 is feeling like they need a career change. And I honestly thought I was the only one. I started thinking like, is this really the job for me? Like, can I really see myself doing this for the rest of my life, or at least until I retire? And the answer was, honestly, I don't think so. I started asking myself, did I choose the right career path? And like I said, everybody's asking themselves that. My cousins, my friends. At this age, I think it's common to question yourself on these things. So the point of me making this video is to let you all know, as your self-appointed internet sister, that you're not alone. You're not crazy for wanting to switch careers or thinking that you should entering 30. Literally everybody else is doing it too. So personally, I think this is a direct consequence of pressuring people between the ages of 18 and 22 to pick a career because they spent a lot of money going to college, or they just got out of high school and they need to make that college investment feel worth it. So you pressure them to pick a career. Or if you're right out of high school and you just don't know what to do, you pressure them to pick a job that might make them decent money, but you tell them that they need to choose something now and they're going to stick with it for the rest of their life. So honestly, if that's what we're doing to our society, which is exactly what we're doing, what did we expect? We're now 10 years down the line, 5 to 10 years down the line, and people are realizing, oh, this is actually not what I want to be doing. I think it's pretty common when you pressure people into making a decision so quickly and so early. Between the ages of 18 and 22, our frontal lobes are not even fully developed. So why do we feel that is the appropriate time to pressure people into picking a career for the rest of their life? I'm very passionate about this, clearly, but I don't understand. When we ask 5-year-olds, what do you want to be when you grow up? Most of them have a different answer than what they actually become. Very few people know at that young of an age what they want to do. And honestly, it's due to the lack of exposure. At that age, you don't even know fully what you can be when you get older. How many 5-year-olds do you know about marine biology? How many 5-year-olds do you know about HR? So at 18, yes, you have more exposure to more things, but still, it's not everything. You have to experience and live life and see things for yourself before you're able to make an educated decision on what you think might really make you feel fulfilled for the rest of your life. And at 18, I had no idea what half of the things that are even possible for me to do were. So when I was leaving high school, my ideas were a financial advisor. That was pretty much it. I wanted to be a financial advisor or be in personal finance. But then I got into those classes and I realized, ooh, I don't think that career agrees with me because my grades are not good. So I had to hurry up and switch and pick something else. I ended up picking HR. Granted, I do like HR and I think I could see myself in this long term. However, what I'm specifically doing, I wouldn't say is sustainable for me in HR. So now I have to get experience from different places to try and figure out what it is that I could see myself doing for the rest of my life. You can do that, or you can start building something outside of work to feel fulfilled, which is what I'm currently doing. You can start a business, you can pick up a trade. There's so many things you can do, but at this age, it just feels so heavy and impossible and shameful almost, because it feels like I should have thought about this years ago. Unfortunately, you didn't. And it's okay. You don't have to beat yourself up about it. You don't have to feel shame about it. Like I said, literally everybody at this age is feeling this way. Don't let that shame back you into a corner and make you stay somewhere that you're not happy. And honestly, when I started feeling this way, I was feeling like, wow, I just wasted my whole 20s working on something that I did not want. Now, I kind of have to pivot and do something that I know I'll actually like and will fulfill me. But that feeling of wasting a whole decade is lingering. And even for me, it's kind of hard to shake. So I understand if right away you don't just put that to the side and start working on your future, because clearly it's hard. I would say I've been feeling this way for a little over a year, but I'm just now putting a name to it. Nobody wants to feel like that. Absolutely nobody. But if you talk to other people, it lightens the load a little bit, because at least you know you're not alone. Along with that point, we're always changing. And so when you make people make such a huge decision like that at an early age, there are going to be regrets. We're always changing, and we've grown since we've made that choice to stick to whatever it is we're doing as a career. We don't like the same things that we used to like. We don't do the same things. We are not the same people. So of course, we're going to get to a point where we're like, oh, I don't know if this is actually for the current me. Maybe it served a purpose to the old person you used to be, but now you're a different person. Why would you want or like the same things? But the point of me making this video was to let you know that you're not alone. A lot of people feel this way as well, but also to give you a pathway, because even if you don't just up and change your career, which by the way is a huge task, because you might have to go back to school. Even if you don't, you're completely starting from ground zero. So you could take a pay cut. It's just a lot of factors that go into it that are scary. Honestly, like scary. I don't want to do these things. So if you are changing your career, know that there's a pathway forward and it's not the end of the world. And if you're starting to build something on the side for yourself to feel fulfilled, take that very seriously and go about it the same way you would if you were changing your career. Dedicate specific time to put into those things, to hone your craft, to do whatever it is you're wanting to do. Dedicate intentional time towards that and make sure that you're getting your practice and your reps in. Because if you don't start being intentional with it, it's not going to become a part of your life. Start calling yourself that person. If you're wanting to be an entrepreneur, call yourself an entrepreneur. Say those things out loud. Anyway, I hope this helps somebody not feel alone and take the steps that you need to take to become fulfilled, especially at 29, because 30s are scary, but they don't have to be.